Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer from Sawdust City. It's been a long time since I've had a Sawdust City beer. This beer was sent to me by the one, the only Brian. So thank you very much, Brian. This is the Jalapeno Lime Kettle Sour. And we are looking at a light beer with natural flavors, 3.5% ABV, flavored kettle sour, 6 IBU, a 9.59 original gravity, a 2.5 final gravity, a SRM of 3, so this is going to be very, very, very bright. Saws and Idaho 7 are our hops. Okay, that... Oh, Sam Corbeil has signed this, but this spiel is on Untapped, so we will read it off of the Untapped. It's not about the heat. It's about the flavor. So fear not. We took bushels of delicious jalapeno peppers. Why do I have the hiccups so bad? We took bushels of delicious jalapeno peppers and roasted them in-house to bring a unique twist to our summertime classic, Coriolis Effect Kettle Sour. Coriolis Effect is a great beer from them. So if Coriolis Effect is the base beer for this, because that is Sam nailed that beer. He might not have nailed his first Butter Tart beer, but he nailed Coriolis Effect and Long Dark Voyage to Uranus and Long Bloody Voyage to Uranus and lots of other voyages to Uranus. But anyway, if this is Coriolis Effect, I am already happy. Married with the bright, fresh citrus aroma of lime zest, this thirst quencher was one of our original Coriolis variants, and it's back by popular demand. I've never had this, so I didn't know this was a original variant. I've had 17 of my friends tap this in for a combine of 3.66 out of 5, and 1.6 thousand people have tapped it in for a combined of 3.64 out of 5 average. Let's see, we have Kamal tried it and gave it a 3.5. Wow, he didn't give it the increments because he is paid for like Untapped Premium, so he can give increments, and he usually gives increments to remind you he can give increments. Andrew gave it a 3.5. Ken gave it a 2.75. Jason gave it a 5. Wow. April Thibault didn't give it anything, but you know, she had it with tequila? Okay. Maybe that's why. DC gave it a 3.25. Jason B gave it a 3.25. Caleb H. Some of these people watch me. That's why I also add their name in. Just in case they're watching this day. He gave it a 3.5. Brent gave it a 3.5. Bob gave it a 3. Aaron gave it a 4. Jason R gave it a 3. Thomas and Jen H both gave it a 4. Okay, I think I'm done. Oh, Kamal had it a second time and gave it a 3.5 back in May of 2018. So I'm guessing that's when it was an original variant. So yeah, were any of these recent tap-ins? That first one I read. And the first one I read was September of 2024. So it's fairly recent for that, you know, because it's October 2024 right now. What is our thing on here? This was canned February 21st, 2024. So this was sent to me by Brian, so thank you very much, Brian. Now, what I was going to say is this was sent to the LCBO, who is notorious for neglect of their beers. And from there, it was bought and shipped across the country to Regina, Saskatchewan. And it's still fresher than most of the beer I get here. Not all of the beer, most of the beer. Interesting to me. Even some of the beer I buy at the brewery, right from the source. This beer that went into the LCBO system and then was in the mail system is fresher than some of the stuff I can buy direct from the source here in Regina. Things to think about, right? Now it's 3.5% alcohol, so I'm not expecting a lot of body, but that's a good head presence right there. I'll give it that. I like that it's a jalapeno sun tanning with a lime as the sun. I guess lime tanning? It's a lime tanning. Nice bright white head. The SRM of 3, yeah, I could see that, I guess. I would say that would be more an SRM around almost 10. But I'm blind, so what the fuck do I know, right? And to my blind eyes and on the camera, they sort of look fairly close together. And that's why I would say more like a 10, because this kind of has that brassy, orangey, bronzy type of look. And that's what this gives me too. Where a more yellow, a more straw color, I think. I would expect more of a straw color for a 3. Now, I don't know if it's the lights and everything else, and that's what's doing it, because it could be. I don't know. Scent from the can. A smoky jalapeno scent from the can. I mean, and just a little bit of weediness out of the glass. So a little bit of like a cereal greeniness out of the glass and a little bit of smoky jalapeno out of the can. What I fear on this is that it's going to have the flavor that jalapeno seems to give me in a lot of beers, which is almost the salsa con queso flavor, like that little bit of a spicy cheese. And I don't know why, when I have a jalapeno beer, I get that like spicy nacho cheese flavor. And I hate that I get it, but I get it on most of them. I don't know why. I'm hoping I don't get it on this. I'm hoping that this is more of a botanical jalapeno flavor. Cheers. I don't know how I feel about that. No, I don't know how I feel about that. That is odd. It is more of a botanical jalapeno flavor. However, I will give that the spicy notes to this, the spice level of this is on par with a salsa con queso spice level. So very, very minimal spice. If you don't like spice, you could probably dig this. If you eat movie theater nachos, you could probably dig this. Excuse me. With Coriolis Effect being the base beer of this, I expected a little bit more of a tart note and a little bit more of a bready biscuitiness, but I think maybe the lime zest and the jalapenos are overtaking those flavors. Yeah, it's odd. Because there is a lemon zest flavor, there is that smoked jalapeno flavor. There's the tiniest bit of tartness, but they all fade so quickly. The reason I don't know how I feel about this is none of the flavors are sticking around. And I mean, to an extent, that's kind of what you want in some beer styles. I don't know if that's what I want in this one. I'm perturbed. And I'm perturbed because I like it and I don't like it at the same time. I'm a fan of the tartness. I'm a fan of the lemon zest. I'm a fan of the jalapeno. But they fade so quickly. I mean, it makes it a quaffable Moorish beer, and it also makes it so that it won't overpower you. But I don't know. Here's what I'm going to say. I would buy this again. I would drink this again. Mostly because I really like Coriolis effect. I really do. And this is an intriguing... Excuse me. This is an intriguing variant. That being said, it's not the best thing I've ever had. That's okay. Out of 10, I'll give it a straight 7. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.